All right, here is a very small table I got in to redo. It's had looks like several other refinish things done to it before. The top is pretty rough, but this is a really cute table. A lot of varnish. We're going to see if I'm going to take it all off or what we're going to do. This is going to be one of my paid jobs. All right, and now I'm just going to sand it. And I don't have any way to mute this, so this is the sander I'm going to begin using. I'm down here at my brother's shop. So I'm not going to blast your eardrums with this. I'll just do this in little pieces, and then I'll hopefully combine the videos together. Okay. Yeah, this is another one of those really tough varnishes. This is after 20 minutes of sanding. I don't know if those are natural marks, to be honest with you. Wood has so many different markings and textures that some people don't realize, or if this is something that still needs to come up. But here's the difference. Huge difference. It is very time consuming, and when you're old, it's backbreaking because I'm having to press on this. Some of these vintage, I don't know how old this table is, but it's really cute. But a lot of times that varnish and things that they use are deep absorbing and really hard to get up. All right, we're at this point now. That took a lot more physical pushing to get that done. I will wait and see if the customer or client, whatever you want to call her, if she would like to leave this two-tone, or if she does want me to get in and do this. But this is really dark. This bottom part, it can be done, and this is a pretty basic, but it's layer after layer here, and there's some drips. It's just time consuming, and I myself, I'm not a purist when it comes to this. I like the two-tone. So I will see what she says, and if she wants to leave it like this and me clear coat this, or even lightly stain it and then put the sealer, the clear gloss on it. So there we go. Well, good grief. There's always those parts that you can't get to with the electric sander. And so this is the very worst part that I hate on totally refinishing. Is then you've got to find just the old-fashioned way, figure out a way to do it and get in between here. I could probably buy a small finishing sander that will fit in between here, but I don't do enough of these jobs to do that. So sometimes it literally comes down to the nitty-gritty. And I decided I'm going to leave the underneath the original color, mainly just for the lady to see how far this piece has come. And this is personal to her. Her brother, who is no longer with us, this had belonged to him. And I even have a couple of these blocks. They never do. It's one of those things that looks good on paper. They make out like it'll go right in there in the grooves. Maybe I just need a really grittier grit on this. But anyway, this is the worst part of refinishing, is doing some of the fine details. And this is probably water damage. I showed it to my brother too to get second verification. And that won't all sand out wonder if it is water or even the varnish seeping way deep in there. All right, my brother just came in a while ago and got this little piece of wood for me. So let's see if this will do better. I think it will. You have to be creative when you're poor. Yeah, that was much easier. So I know some of y'all were going to suggest that anyway, because y'all are so much smarter than me. Okay, for me, here's the fun part. I'm going to use dark walnut down on this lower part. It doesn't mean that I'm going to like the finished result, but we'll see. And I've put a little bit on. This is steel wool. Oh, that's beautiful. Steel wool, the 0000. So a very fine steel wool. And this is why I love Howard Restore Finish. It is so easy to work with, and it's water-based. I think that's going to turn out very well. I was afraid that I would make a mistake and wished I had done dark oak, but I don't have any dark oak. So I'm going to keep doing this, but this is to show you how simple some of this is. I am not going to lie. So far, I love this. And this is the point that at this point here, until it's finished, I don't let the customer or client see it, because I want them to see what it was and what it is. Now on the top, I'm going to use maple pine, because like I said, we are going for the two-tone effect. So I'm going to put some of this on here. And sadly, it will never stay as light as it is, but she wasn't necessarily wanting that. Oh, this, I hope she likes it, because I am on a paid job, or even if I'm just doing something for a friend, I want them to be pleased and happy. Okay, this is an example. I need to let some of this sink in. People don't realize different patterns will come out on the wood, and it won't all stain exactly the same. Here we have right here. I will finish this up and we will get back. All right, there's what we have right now. I'm hoping this will lighten up, but you know what? I think this is where I'm going to make an executive decision because of knowing what she wants. This is why I love Howard. You put it on, and then you get a soft cloth, or in this case, a paper towel, and you wipe it off. You can literally leave things on longer or shorter, depending on how much you want it to soak in. And then you just wipe it off. I'm still going to let it completely dry before I put the polyurethane, or in this case the polyacrylic, on top and seal it. That gives me time that if I don't like how this blends, I can always change it. And for those few, some of my Facebook friends, sorry, my mouth is right up at the microphone, I'm so sorry. But those of y'all on my actual Facebook friends, y'all have been seeing me post things for several years now about some of my flips. And if I'm not happy with the end result of something, especially if it's something that I'm flipping to resale, I will redo the whole darn thing. I've been known to repaint or redo something 3 or 4 times. Yes, it's aggravating, but I want my customer, even if it's a customer I don't know yet, but this is a paying customer, and I want her pleased. I really do. Look how beautiful that is. But that's all you do. I will still let it dry very, very well. The thing I love Howard's more than some of the others, once you've actually wiped all this off, I've told y'all before, those that follow me, now this is actually okay to the touch. where some of the others take hours and hours. Isn't that pretty? Let's see how it finishes drying, and then once it's dry, it's going to take several coats of polyacrylic. Okay, here's the finished product. I brought it down here to Mom's because my client or customer or whatever is the right word is on the way to come pick it up. Very interesting. Some of the markings, I don't know if that's things pulling through. You never know whenever you refurnish some of this stuff. You never know exactly how it's going to be, and depending on where it was, like if it was a place that had cooked with gas or smokers at any time, you just won't believe what I will soak into the wood. But there you go. And I love it. I hope she does. I really hope she does.